All clear.
My name is Alex Mercer. I'm the reason for all of this. They call me a killer, a monster, a terrorist. I'm all of these things. 3 weeks ago, someone released a lethal virus in Penn Station. I woke up in the morgue. Now I hunt, I kill, I consume, I become. I'm gonna find out who did this to me, and I'm gonna make them pay.
That's him!
As Alex Mercer, you are the prototype, the ultimate shape-shifting weapon, with no memory and no mercy. Hunt your way to the heart of the conspiracy which created you, making those responsible pay. It's been a while, but sometimes a game comes along that just makes you happy with your purchase. Prototype is one of those times. If you like Spider-Man Web of Shadows, Hulk Ultimate Destruction, Grand Theft Auto 4, and Saints Row 2, then you'll love Prototype. I did, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like it too. First things first, in this game you have powers, and here's all of them. Here's Alex, little dude running around, pretty strong about grabbing people, doing what he wants to do with them. First power you'll learn is Consume. Consuming gets you health. This is vital to the game. You're not always going to have little balls of energy that gives you health. This will help you get health on the fly. And boy, you're going to use it a lot, because this game is hard. Next is Claws. You receive this power once you consume your first hunter, which you'll see later in the game. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. Good. It's your first melee weapon. As you can see, it has a nice little range attack, and it just feels good. Along with these powers, they each have their own special animatrix for consuming. Next is Hammer Fist, and this one will make you feel like the Hulk. In Hulk Ultimate Destruction, you got the Steel Fist. This one is the same thing, except the virus that created you gave you this power. It's pretty strong. Not good when you're trying to kill something in a hurry, but if you have time and need to get away, it helps you a lot. Muscle Mass. This one just gives Alex even more strength. That's about the only thing this thing does. As you can see, it's pretty even more powerful than just regular Alex throwing everybody around. It too has its own little consume animatrix. The next power you're going to receive is Whip Fist. You need a clear path? This will help you, as you'll see in about a few seconds. As you can see, throwing everybody, and that's the move, Street Sweeper. Pretty ideal name. It also has its own little consuming things, as you can see. The next power you'll receive after this is the Blade. This is your final power that you receive when it comes to the melee weapon part. This little bugger is powerful, overly the top so, but man, it just looks badass. As you can see, the next powers you'll get are vision powers. As you'll see, your first vision power is thermal vision. Pretty self-explanatory. Heat signature. Typical. You look at the world through eyes of, say, a predator. Next is infected vision. Pretty self-explanatory what that is. Next is shield. This is your first defensive weapon that you receive, that you unlock. It can block anything. Next is the ultimate badass thing. It's armor. Man, he looks cool. Next we have is Devastators. These are your ultimate attacks. First one you'll receive is Ground Spike. The next one you'll receive is my favorite, which is Tentral Barrage Devastator. It's my favorite of the bunch. Next is the most useless of them all, in my opinion. It's called the Critical Pain Devastator. All it is just a big old blast of energy. Whoop-de-doo. Nothing much there. First boss battle, as you'll see during this gameplay footage, is with this one guy called Captain Cross. He's a quick little dude. All he has is a bunch of weapons, and you can't always just go straight head on. You need to be very tactical with this guy, along with all the rest of the bosses. He's pretty strong. The best way to attack him is let him finish shooting, whatever, then go in for the kill with any weapon. You can try the ranged weapons, but that, as you can see, it isn't really that effective. He's pretty quick. Best way is just hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. Hammer Fist, it'll help you to a point. But to me, I'd rather just use the claws, come in close after he shoots me, hit him with the claws, back out. And that's about it for that. Your next boss battle is Elizabeth Green. Apparently she's the hive mind of this virus that's infected Manhattan, which you're fighting in. The best way to defeat her would be just to get your critical mass up and then come down with a Devastator attack. Remember, all your Devastator attacks can be done in the air, but you have to unlock it. The best one to use would have to be the Air Graveyard Devastator. Best way to get your critical mass right away is to consume those hunters, as you saw there. And that's about how you defeat this one. It'll take a while. You're going to die a lot, just like in the rest of the game. You will die a lot, but if you keep doing those critical mass Devastators, you'll be alright. Also, at the end of this fight, you get to consume her. The final boss that you receive is Elizabeth Green's son, which is Pariah, or the boss name is called Supreme Hunter Hybrid. Of course, the game will just shorten it just to Supreme Hunter. Best way to defeat this guy? Well, there's several tactics. You're just going to have to figure it out on your own. Best way I figured out is just keep throwing stuff at him. Helicopters, jets, freaking hit and run. There's really no set way to defeat him. I mean, you can try Devastators, but you'll die more than you want to. The best weapon to use would have to be the blade. And armor, of course, because this guy is a pretty tough sucker. You're going to be doing this a lot, consuming. It's a fight to the death, and at the end, there's a time limit to defeat him after they have to evacuate the ship. All in all, I am very happy with this purchase, and I recommend it to anybody. About the only bad thing I can say about this game is sometimes the camera has problems, but it's not all the time. It has great replay value. I mean, there's a web of intrigue, people that you consume to unlock your backstory, and there's side missions that you have to get gold medals in, which is always fun. All in all, I give this game a 9.5 out of 10, and that's about it for me. Thanks. Bye.
Let's go home. Autobots, transform!